So if you can, take us back to how some of this magic all started. Like, where did you meet? How did you meet?
Okay, so we met off of Instagram. He had messaged me. It was pretty basic initially, just asking me like, "What's up with you?" The conversation just kept going, and he asked me out to a restaurant in Ontario called Mama Por Dios because I'm originally from California. I just barely moved to Vegas.
So getting into the updates, I already thank you, sweetie. I already confirmed before it happened that soon as it got dry out here in these YouTube streets, social media streets, on IG, wherever people work their set, they were going to start using the word CPS. Junior was in CPS, going to CPS. CPS is looking into taking Junior to CPS. And this is why this will stay up until I finish with the update, and then we'll get on with the further information that I want to provide today on this live stream. I did this also when I was bombarded in my first live of the morning, which was 3 something in the morning yesterday, which was Saturday morning, early morning, when somebody had put in the comment section of my video. I didn't go searching to see if Junior was allegedly with Marsha or CPS, because we don't wish that on any child to be put, or for someone to be a hater and try to get him put there because they don't like CashApp. You take that up with CashApp. The children should be left out of that. However, what we're not going to do is paint this narrative because somebody spoke on the foolishness that is going on with this alleged CPS situation that we all know is allegedly. This is why this statement was put up, and I put it up purposely because I know how people run with the narrative with things. All statements are allegedly, um, because we are not in the flesh of these entities that we talk about. Now, what made me want to do an update is I went to a channel holders page, and I was on the edge of my seat because I thought they were going to give a real update. And I guess because their voice may sound nice on commentary videos, the update was talking about the CPS situation with Junior, and the update was by their reliable source, Junior is not with Marsh. However, rest assured he's not with CPS. But they can't release the source that told them this because that's not what they do as bloggers or vloggers, which is respectable. However, how is that an update? How are you a reliable source to us? Um, Hey Tanya, how is your update going to seal the deal and make the public feel more at ease about Junior's um living situation and well-being by you just saying that your reliable source is reliable, so everybody else's reliable source isn't? Miss me with that. To me, that sounded like you're running out of all clear. Thank you, Cyrus. Welcome to the live, y'all. You're starting to sound like you're thirsty for views. And then you're gonna say, please, please, please do not listen to these allegations of Junior being in CPS. Up on this channel, I just want to confirm and clear up any misconceptions of what that live was yesterday. Not that I have to, because the people who may have planted that seed in my comment section, they've been removed. We know that people will try to run with a narrative that, oh, this channel holder over here is making up false information on. No, never was no false information made up. I was just showing you guys what I knew was to come. I said, when they run out of stuff to say about Chrisean, what's going to come next? And I said, Chrisean needs to be out of that jail because she needs to be in her child's life, because next they'll be thinking she's out of the way. So let's try to get Junior taken away from Chrisean Rock. And what happened? CPS in people's mouth, CPS allegations. But one thing I'm not going to do is listen to another channel holder. It says 1411 here. What time zone? I'm on Eastern Standard Time. What we're not going to do is we're not going to listen to other channel holders as well. Tell us that they're reliable sources are the Holy Grail. They're the truth. You know what I'm saying? The holy water, the Trinity. No, we're not going to do that. You sound crazy. I'm not going to say the channel holder's name. I don't get messy. Do not put it in my chat, the channel holder's name, because even if you like me or you love me, you already know I don't get down like that. The only time maybe names are dropped is when we're saying positive things over here about somebody. Like, for an example, Blue Rock TV, we're about to do a commentary video because, like I'm going to say, karma is definitely real, because it may not have been shade thrown to Chrisean Rock's way from Jaden as much as Sadie, which is her bestie. But now Sadie's in the same situation as Jaden, Alexis, and Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you throw rocks and hide your hands, rocks get thrown back at you. So please make sure to go over and subscribe to Blue Rock TV's channel. This is a link right here to the channel. Make sure that you show homage to this channel holder. One of only a few channels that I honestly can say I'm subscribed to, because I am subscribed to a lot of people that cover this content of Chrisean Rock. But however, I won't say I'm a fan to all of them. I just try to see how they're getting down and how they move. But Blue Rock TV, and I will say Hennessy Review, are one of my top channels that I go for reliable information. And I respect and love their content. So please go subscribe to the content. I mean, to the channel. I said the content. And we're gonna get into the video live interview that he did. And I thought that the chick that I guess had a baby from Sadie's baby daddy, who is a road manager and sets up all the tour appearances for Jaden, Alexis. He basically works for Blueface, for MILF, MILF. I might not be pronouncing it right. For MILF Music. He's the one that makes it happen. His father's her getting the bag, and Blueface getting the bag, because he got his hands in the bag. But that's another story. However, Jaden is linked to him. That's her best friend, Sadie. They having a love triangle. Only been a year in, the girl got pregnant. He obviously had a baby on Sadie, and things really got real, because Sadie, I feel like, just for clout, was trying to shade Chrisean Rock more so than Jaden, because she clout chasing off of Jaden to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But see, karma is real, because now the same, stuff that Jaden went through with Blueface with Chrisean Rock, now you're going through it. And now it like a lot of people are saying, and I do agree with this in my opinion, it's a lot of trauma bonding. It's a lot of trauma bonding going on. And we're gonna see it with Jaden and Sadie, because they're both now going through the same or similar situation. So I'm gonna share this video here, and we can begin with the interview that they had. I kind of like this girl's style. She didn't appear to be ratchet, and she, whatever the questions were asked of her, she pretty much answered them. So shout out to her for being ladylike. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that we get these kind of females up here doing that. So I was kind of shocked. She shocked me. She gagged me. So yeah, I'm Tania Taylor. It is 12:46 here, because I couldn't make out what that 1411 was. But yeah, it's 12:46 here. So let's start. Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. Show this. All right, so let's share this video. I thought I was sharing it. Duh. Oh, I know why. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta move this out the way first. I'm sorry, sweeties. Thank y'all for being so patient. Because I probably would have had a fit by now. Like, where is the video at? I know some of y'all saw it, but you know I do my little commentaries to everything. So let's hide this. I hid this. And here's the video. So let's get started.
For some reason.
So, we're going to get into this shortly. But of course, like I always do, just in case for some of the people that don't really know what's going on yet, I want to give them a little idea of what we're talking about, okay? Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep you up on the screen while we get this up. Just give me one quick second. And then I'll let you introduce yourself,
sweetie.
of course.
Hello
and,
to all
we'll
my
get into all the fun
sweeties.
business.
Thank you for joining live.
Sounds good to me.
Sadie has been known as the one and only until a few days ago.
Thank
this
you,
lady
sweetie.
popped up claiming they share the same baby daddy. While it's news to us, Sadie claims she knew, but the baby is in question.
Coming for some money that she not getting. Like, get over it. Never even met the baby. I knew about it when the was pregnant, but nobody gave a because he knew it wasn't him.
Oh man, tonight, mark your calendar, because while the main circus members are away, the sides come to play. Join us tonight live at 8 p.m. The new baby mama shares it all right here on Blue Rock TV's YouTube channel. Ask your question live. You don't want to miss this. Keep it locked right here on Blue Rock TV for all the juicy details.
So I got a couple things to clarify.
Yeah. You said you got a couple things to clarify, right?
Yes, I do.
And that's why we're here. So before we get started, I do.
Please show Blue Rock TV their flowers. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. There's no way you cannot say you do not see the link. It's in the top of the description, which I should have pinned it, which I'm going to pin it in a minute. The link to redirect. So when you decide to get off this live, please redirect yourself at the top of this chat and click on the link and subscribe to the channel. And also by default, it's at the bottom of my page. It's going to be on all my videos. Blue Rock TV's always been there. Also, every video that I do of somebody else's content, I also put it at the top of the description so you can find it as well. So let's get into this.
So just give me one quick second here. I do want to remind the audience that there is a live audience questions closer to the end. So you'll have your opportunity to ask your questions as well if we have not got to it. So don't start asking the questions now. They might be ignored. So just save it for the end, okay? And then we'll definitely get to some of it. All right. So now give me one quick second here. I know that, sorry, before I get into anything here, I do want to clarify one quick thing, because I know in the video I talked about the main circus attractions kind of being gone and not being here right now. And I know I said the side, right? I want to clarify that I meant the side circus attractions, not so much, calling you a side or anything like that. Okay. I do want to, put that out there from us there quickly, because, it's just something that I think came across for some viewers. So I kind of want to just take a moment and clarify that. That is not our stance. We just meant the side circus attractions for those who didn't get it the first time. All right, cool. So now I know this time, might be a little stressful or emotional for you. So we kind of wanted to, I guess, go back a bit before all this drama, right? And understand things a little bit from the beginning, right? So if you can, take us back to how some of this magic all started. Like, where did you meet? How did you meet?
Okay, so we met off of Instagram. He had messaged me. It was pretty basic initially, just asking me like, what's up with you? The conversation just kept going, and he asked me out to a restaurant in Ontario called Mama Por Dios, because I'm originally from California. I just barely moved to Vegas. And we went on a date, and we hit it off, like, simple. That was pretty much where it all began.
All right, cool. So when you say you went on a date and this all it began, I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but when was that around?
Actually, the picture that was posted in one of the blogs was the exact date we went, with the white t-shirt and the brown skirt. So it was back in January of last year, sometime around then, and it was a really good date. I'm not gonna lie, we had a good time.
What was your best part of the date?
Actually, because I remember it like yesterday, I actually asked him if he had kids, because I didn't have kids at the time, obviously.
He definitely can't say that baby's not his. He cannot pull no Blueface, because we know that everybody in Blueface's circle be trying to pull a Blueface. But honey, you cannot pull a Blueface with that baby. You are the baby daddy, because that little boy looks just like old boy. So I don't know why he's acting funny. You should have wrapped it up, and you wouldn't have to be worried about this situation right now.
And he said yes, he had 3 kids and 3 baby mamas, and I was a little bit taken aback, but I was like, you know, do you have any baby mama drama? He said no, that they all just friends. So that's
what
the
they
favorite
all
part of my
say.
date now, because now that I look back at it,
Ooh,
it was a whole lot. Like, he was in a whole relationship I did not know.
That's a lot, right? So
Yeah.
now you said, I guess, you know, some people are saying then that's why he's been in Vegas so much, right? You are from Vegas, or you stay in Vegas? Can you clarify that, or
I'm
do
from
you meet up in
California.
Vegas? So you're from California.
Yeah, I'm from
Yep.
San Bernardino, and
Okay.
I moved to Vegas
You already
like
know
2
St.
months
Hudson.
ago. I've not been here that long.
And Jaden won't
No,
do
he
it.
has not seen me in Vegas. We have not seen each other since he found out about the baby. That I will clarify. We have not seen each other. I don't want to see that man.
I know you don't,
I'm
after
not
he
keeping
just
him from his
dissed you.
son or anything. I would love for them to have a relationship, and it kind of sucks that he makes all these false promises over the phone. But no, we have not seen each other.
Okay, so when you guys used to meet up, it used to be in what location? I just want to make sure that's clear. Not Vegas, but
it was in California. It was in LA, and
so
sometimes it was at his house. It was at hotels. It was
Jeez, not at
I
his
know,
at the
house.
right?
studio. I've
Mari
been to the
Povich.
studio with him on multiple occasions.
Okay. All right. So to you, you know, during this time, everything seemed quite normal. You didn't know that he was currently with somebody, or?
Not at all. He had too much time on his hands to have a
He had
girlfriend.
to have known.
He was
He
with
had to
me
have
a
known.
lot. He was talking to me a lot. Like, I really did not have no clue he had a girlfriend.
Now, I'll give her credit. She didn't come up here being ratchet, but come on. You had to have known something was up, because I can't remember if it was on his page or Sadie's page, but I saw a picture of them together. I can't remember if it was on her page or his page, but I said to you guys, I think that's a baby they got together, because the baby it was a little girl. I want to say it was a little girl. She looks just like him. He has real strong genes, and I was talking about the dude, and I couldn't remember his name, and I still can't remember his name. That's why I'm calling him dude. But y'all know who he is. He's a booking agent for Jaden. He books all of her club appearances, and like if she goes out of the town, he books all them flights and all that. He's like the road manager. I can't think of his name, and y'all had to put in the comment section what his name was. And I actually follow him on Instagram, but I cannot for the life of me remember the name. He's dark-skinned it. And he's real close with Blueface. Carlissa calls him her second son, one of her sons. So yeah, he's close with Blueface. He's not just somebody that's business. He's friends with the dude.
I'm not even that type of person.
Okay, so this time, you know, so you meet up in January. You guys are, I guess, going out. How many dates would you say you went out on?
Like
Or
a good 6 or 7, and that was in the span of a month, because I found out about her because she messaged my phone. I found out about her about a month into
Okay,
talking to him.
bravo. Thank you.
okay, all right, because that's, I think, what we were all trying to figure out, right? So when did things start to go left? You know, when did you find out about Sadie, right?
It wasn't really left at all. Like, she just hit my phone, and after he deaded the issue and he told me it was nothing, and he still said that they weren't together, she was just tripping, and it was like deaded after that.
Okay.
I didn't find out till we had actually got together.
So when you say it didn't go left, how did it go then after that?
She thought she was popping something on my phone. That was really it. And after a couple text messages, that was all that came of that situation. Like,
okay. All right. So basically, Sadie, did she reach out to you? Did you reach out to her? I think she was saying that she found out about you or something. She was going through his phones, right? Am I right about that? Or
yeah, I guess she was going through his phone. I don't know from what the truth was. I know only what he told me. So she had called, she was blowing up my phone, calling me back to back, and I don't be answering numbers that I don't know. So I'm like, what the heck? And I get a text message, and it was pretty much saying, answer the phone since you're messing with females men. And I'm like, whose man am I messing with? I'm only talking to one person, and I really wasn't believing that he had a girl. I actually ended up texting him after speaking with her on the phone, because I wasn't finna argue back and forth to no female. I'm about to talk to him. So I asked him, do you really got a woman? He denied it, of course.
Listen, you are very, very respectable young lady, and you don't sound ratchet. But please, I get it. We don't want to get on interviews. We know that these people, once you get involved with them, now you're gonna have people harassing you. You might have to block your Instagram page or any social media platforms that you have, because people are gonna call you a home wrecker. The same way you met them is the same way you're gonna lose them. You're gonna hear that kind of stuff. However, please don't act like you did not know this dude had a girl. 9 times out of 10, a lot of times we know eventually, especially if we're laying up and then we end up getting pregnant for 9 months. We start to have reservations. We kind of sort of know something's going on. So I ain't trying to hear that this girl did not know that he had a main chick. Come on now.
all right. So
They know it.
did you say you spoke to her on the phone, or you did?
Yeah, we spoke on the phone. I answered after she told me to.
It just shocked her that she got pregnant figuring she was going to probably be able to form a relationship with him, not knowing that babies don't keep men. If anything, it makes it easier for him to cheat and run around, because you now got to watch a baby. You can't run after this dude no more. Why would you have a baby from somebody that obviously, I don't even want to get into it.
Whose man I was messing with. I answered after that. I'm like, who is this? And she was like, this is Whoop-de-Woo. I'm Bravo's BM. And I was like, what? Exactly. And she was like, that's my man. I'm like, clearly that's not your man. And I hung up because I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not dating you.
Feel me, Cyrus?
I was dating him. So I asked him.
You were dating him?
And he called me. He texted me. He called me. He denied her. So.
Okay. So he texted you, he denied it, all that kind of stuff. So this, just in case you guys are not really clued in yet, this here is the receipt, I guess, that was sent to me here. You're claiming that this is Sadie reaching out to you, I guess, when she had first discovered you being in the phone, right?
Yes.
All right. So you spoke to him about it. Crazy. You know, he said it's nothing to worry about. That's what I'm taking. That's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, he was saying she was just being bitter, that she was just tripping. They're not even together. So.
Jeez. And again, when was this?
That was in like
she
February.
Ain't gonna.
So this was in February of like last year, around there, give or take, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
I've only known this man a year. She keeps saying years. I've not known this man years.
When you know you're the side chick, and the moment you know that you done messed up, because now if this dude telling you not to have a baby, he's acting funny with you, he hasn't even seen the baby since the baby's been born, that right there lets you know you played yourself. So you got to really tread lightly on how you approach an interview about you being pretty much the side chick. You thought in your mind that you was dating him, but in his mind, he had a main chick. And they're probably on a fallout right now, but 9 times out of 10, they'll be back together. That's why he ain't claiming his own kid, because that's how men get, like slime balls. You get a side chick pregnant, you don't want to claim the baby or have no dealings with your own flesh and blood because of the main chick, but you brought life into the world. So even if it was by mistake, it's still God's creation. It's still part of you. You need to be a man and man up and take care of your child. It's not the child's fault that y'all wasn't being responsible.
I've only known this man since January of last year.
Yeah, so since January. So maybe she's thinking about somebody else. Who knows?
She gotta
right?
be. He got a lot of bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So I guess now we understand how you met him, right? And how you found out about Sadie, or vice versa, how she found out about you.
Behavior.
Now tell us a bit about when you found out you were pregnant. Like, perhaps start with what when did that happen? You know what I mean? I think you did send a receipt for that. So I'll bring that up while you're talking, okay?
Okay, yeah. I found out I was pregnant in April. I had originally got conceived in March. So I didn't find out until April. I had already told him prior.
Couple months in,
I haven't had my period. You know, we was contacting each other constantly. We was always talking. I sent him the picture right when I took the pregnancy test. It was a positive. Of course, things got a little stagnant. He wasn't saying too much, as you could see in the messages. And then he said it was just a lot. Initially, he wasn't even on it took like a couple.
If you were dating him and you tell some man that you're having his baby, you're pregnant, why do you need to text him that? Why ain't you guys on the phone talking? Why are you texting him that? And he got a little stagnant on the text that you communicated that you was pregnant. Why didn't he call you? Right there, that should let you know you were the side chick. And this is no disrespect, but I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear. And I think that's why I'm not liked, because I don't go with the mass majority. You know what I'm saying? I touch on subjects that are sensitive, but I let you know my position, just like the CPS situation, the allegations that are swarming around here. No, I don't believe those allegations, but I touched upon what I knew was going to happen next when people started running out of stuff to talk about, which was CashApp and Blueface. They were going to start a grand delusion like this chick is with a relationship with a dude that got a main chick who obviously he's not trying to leave. He's trying to probably make amends with Sadie. That's why he's not seeing his own flesh and blood that he created with this side chick. That's why we got, as women, we have to really use the brain cells that we have left up in our heads and see that why buy the cow when the milk's for free? He don't want you. He got a little bored over there with Sadie's 1 2 1 2, and he just wanted to slip off and dip off into the next, but he wasn't leaving her. And obviously, he probably ain't gonna leave her now. That's why he ain't gonna take the chance of going to see his child, which is sad, because he don't want to have no fallouts, real fallouts, as in it's over for good with Sadie.
Days for him to be like, okay, I want you to get rid of it. He did say that.
Avoiding you like the plague, right?
It's my body though, and I'm not going to traumatize my body or myself when I don't even believe in abortions. So I wasn't agreeing to it. That's where it got rocky for us, because I wouldn't agree to get an abortion.
617 in the building.
Just to back up there a bit, because I was trying to pull up the receipt as well. This is the receipt, I guess, of you sending him the pregnancy test back in April.
Somewhat.
Yes, because she tried to say I hid the pregnancy, honey. He knew the same day I found out. We was both shocked together, honey.
I'm not shocked together.
We was. I wasn't planning on having a child with him. I have a blessing now. That's my blessing, my son.
100%. Yeah.
I definitely was not planning this. This was not planned. I would have much rather waited a little while longer, but we're here and I love my son to death. So.
No, exactly. And, and as you should, right? So that's all that, so this is when you found out, you told him about it so, I guess he wasn't happy. I guess he wanted to not have the baby, if that's correct, or
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Ann.
Let's fast forward now, you know what I mean, to a couple of days ago, right? Everybody's seeing, I guess, I don't know if Sadie subbed you first, because somebody sent me a video of her doing some sort of rap video thing, so I don't know if that was the first sub or if you subbed her first. How do you feel that it went down?
She subbed me first. Like, why would I come out the word works right now? I was really chilling, minding my business. I don't bother nobody. I been keeping it under wraps for him. The only person I talked to was him, like, because we have kept in contact. I was not really worried about saying nothing to nobody, but you're not gonna keep.
Why would she need to keep it under wraps if she is dating him and didn't know about the other chick? Thought she was the only one that he was dealing with. Why would she need to keep it under wraps? See, sometimes people talk so much they tell on themselves. Now she's answering the questions. She's not really like overly, giving information out willingly. But whatever Blue Rock TV asks her, she's answering it. But I think she's just saying a little bit too much. Now you didn't told on yourself, sis. Please
keep doing what she did, and she mentioned it too. You're not gonna keep poking a bear and think your finger not gonna get bit off. Like, I tried to be cool about it. I tried to be respectful to the situation. I tried to play the mature adult, but I could be a little petty. So,
Yeah, and I think anybody can be, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you did send some more receipts, some video receipts here. If you guys want to take a look here. Who's that? Sure looks like you.
wow.
And I think a lot of us know who probably it looks like in the background there as well, right?
Yeah.
As I mentioned, when it came to receipts, that's something you definitely had, right?
Oh yeah.
Snitch on this
So,
out.
there was so many receipts, you guys. I have so many. I can probably go on and on and on with this. Like I said, I had so many receipts that I had an issue pulling up all the receipts. There's a hat there. I think, we can kind of tie back to that with some photos if we really want to bring up. There's a bunch of T pages in here. They're good at doing what they do. So, they can put all this together. But, the receipts are definitely here, you guys. And so there's no doubt about the relationship.
Bravo.
I don't think, right? A lot of people, a lot of the viewers that have seen this already, they really truly have no doubt
looking like Bigfoot
about it being his child either. And I apologize, I don't mean it, I mean your son being his child either. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any doubt. Like I've seen so many comments going on saying that like, twin, where have you been type thing, right? Because people are saying in reality this baby definitely looks like
he does
that baby daddy, right? What are the comments saying right now about that photo? And of course, with your permission, I posted up that photo on our thumbnail. We did blur it out because unless people are interested in actually getting into hearing your story and stuff, I don't really just want it just sitting there on a thumbnail.
Respectfully.
So we blurred out, of course, this wonderful, beautiful baby's photo. And what was his name? If you don't mind, I don't know if you want to mention that or not, or if you have a nickname for him or something, or
we call him Baby Buddha because he's so chunky, but you rub his belly, you can get a little lucky. But his name is Kotori. It's actually Native American for screeching owl. So, because I'm Native American and I'm Black and Creole, since everybody loves to say I'm white and Mexican. Wrong.
No. Oh, nice. That's good. Like that's good. To understand as well. Thanks for sharing that. Right. Because I had no clue what you were. To be honest, it didn't really kind of come to my mind. But that's cool. So you're saying you're Native American, right?
Yes, I'm Cherokee, Shawnee, Creole, and Black.
Oh, nice. I was gonna ask. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So look at that wonderful baby. Everybody knows chunky babies are the cutest, right? Like,
so adorable. My little handsome dude.
Awesome. So everybody there is saying he's a cutie. He's the twin, right? He's so handsome. Of course, right? Twins. So I think even Sadie had mentioned something about that, right? Sadie, I think her way of speaking to this was, you have a type, right? And she was saying based on your type is probably based on why, this wonderful, beautiful baby boy, looks like the baby daddy that's people are claiming it to look like. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
She was gonna come up with anything. Like, honey, not everybody is a pass around like you. I was only dealing with that one man. And he looks dead on his daddy. There's nothing you can say about it. Type or whatever. And definitely he is definitely not my type. Okay. Thought I was going out the box, and look at where I'm at.
Okay, so that's interesting. So this is not the average dude that you'd kind of go for?
Not at all.
This was your outside of the box?
Yeah, I was outside of the box. I was trying to, you know, not go for my average standards because it wasn't getting me nowhere anyways. And then he ended up being funny. That's where it kind of locked me down. He was funny. Y'all, if they funny, block them for real because they're not gonna get you nowhere but in some trouble.
True. So what is your actual type like then? Like, how does it really differ from the one that you stumbled upon?
It's completely opposite. But honestly, I don't really go for a type. I really go by energy and by somebody's vibe. But it's definitely completely up.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be checked because that is trifling. I mean, and it's like he definitely don't have nothing to do with it because I mean, how do you defend the girl that recorded you in her house or motel or hotel, Holiday Inn? You in the bed with this girl, the son looked just like you. If they could have made his skin darker, just to do a comparison, just to let people know, you better not, the shot of the doubt, say that child's not his. And they just made that baby's complexion, look just like the daddy's. It'd be more in your face that child is definitely his baby. He was cheating. And it's like he don't want to have no parts of the actions that he did. That's crazy. He's trying to abandon. It's called abscond. He's trying to abscond his responsibilities. That's crazy. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Also, make sure that you subscribe to Blue Rock TV.
Consider that. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say it.
Yeah, that's okay. You never know. You know what I mean? I don't want to pressure you into saying anything that you don't really want to say. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, wasn't really your type. You decided to kind of venture off and do something a little bit different. So the idea of, it not being him, right, as the baby daddy is just kind of completely far left for you, I guess, right? And just to confirm, I mean, you don't need to express this, but I think people are wondering, would you say he was the only partner you had at the time?
Oh yeah. Okay, I don't do that stuff. Like, I really don't mess with men like that. So if I'm dealing with you, I'm only dealing with you. I'm actually been celibate since I've dealt with him. So that's been a long time, and I don't plan on stopping that until my son is 1. I vowed his whole first year of life to him. So yeah.
True. Right? And I mean that sounds good to me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the comments are agreeing to that, right? Now I guess you gave him a chance. You tried to step out of the box, and it was the wrong box, I guess. Is that fair to say? I don't know. I don't know if that's fair to say. My bad if I stepped out of line there.
No, wrong box.
All right, cool.
Wrong box. I got a blessing, but wrong box.
No, exactly, right? So let's jump into. I kind of wanted to jump into what Sadie was saying last night. Because, 1 minute, she's subbing. Next minute, we didn't know if she was going to say anything. And then all of a sudden, she went live, right? And and when she went live, she had mentioned that maybe Bravo wouldn't, like the idea that she's kind of talking out about this. But she proceeded to talk out about, right? And I do want to let the viewers know, again, I see a bunch of questions going up in the chat, and we're definitely going to get to your questions soon. So just wait out for the time when we're, going to get to the viewers' questions, and I'll definitely ask some of them. So don't think I'm ignoring you. That's not the case. We're just trying to make sure that, so is it Mystique?
It's Mystique. And that's my actual middle name.
Okay, cool. So we're just making sure that Mystique gets her time to, tell her truth. And then we're going to jump into some live questions from the audience shortly. So save those questions. What you're looking on the screen right here, I believe, is a receipt of a Cash App that was sent. Right? Am I correct? Right. And I think you did send me some other ones. I just wanted to put another one up there. And maybe you can help explain how the Cash App started. So you had a conversation with them about it or about helping. Like, how did that start? Whose idea was it?
So what happened?
I'm talking about
it was
Sadie.
his idea. He
That's
called
why that's in
me,
the
and he's always,
title me.
every time I answer, he's like, "Where's my son?"
Ma'am.
That's the first thing he says. I'll show him his
Thank
son.
you, Cyrus.
Of course, he asks about other things that I was never gonna partake in again because
I did my update first and foremost for my girl, Chrisean Rock. First and foremost, she is the star of the show. She is why these people exist in the world. Miss Taylor. And I was putting in the title, Karma is Real. What goes around comes around. Because I feel like that Sadie was throwing shade once upon a time with the situation with Jaden, Alexis, and Chrisean Rock, and what Chrisean Rock was going through with, Blueface. And I'm saying people that throw rocks and hide their hands, now rocks are being thrown at you, but nobody's hiding their hands. The truth is being exposed. And now I feel like even Blue Rock TV said, looks like it's going to be some trauma bonding, or seems like there's some trauma bonding going on between Jaden, Alexis, and Sadie, because now she's going through the same thing Jaden, Alexis, her bestie, is going through. So instead of her being Jaden's advisor or counselor, she needs to counsel herself, because she's going through it now herself.
because why would I do that? Nasty. And then he proceeded to say, if I ever needed anything, do I know that I can ask him? And I was like, well, I didn't know, but if you're opening that door, he said, yeah, you can ask me for anything. So the next day, which is this picture right here,
Thank you
I had
for the
texted him,
Brittany.
and that's why I put in there, since you told me I can ask. Why not? Like, you're his father. Of course, I'm going to come to his father before I go to anybody else.
Right. And that's good that you did ask, right? Because if you need something, or if you just, even if you don't need it, it's good to ask. It's they gotta help out too, right? It's just common sense. So no worries about that. I mean, at the end of the day, people gotta pay up what they gotta pay up, right? I don't know what else to say there. I guess we're just gonna add this walkout here back to the screen. And now let's get back to Sadie here, because I do know, a lot of us heard her last night, so we kind of want to.
I knew about it.
And he would just check in. Our latest conversation was on Wednesday. We were actually supposed to see each other over Father's Day weekend, but why would I believe that you're actually coming when you say all these stuff and you never show up? So I went to California, even though he said he was coming out here. And I was in California with my family, and he ends up calling me. He actually,
if there's one thing I don't like, is when, I know she's the main chick, Sadie, but there's one thing I don't like, is when you're sitting up there taking this man's word for him cheating on you with the side chick. And because, just like I was talking about, and I know this is a little bit off topic, but because that's your man, and you know him maybe a little bit better, you feel like you can trust him, with his word, because you don't know the side chick. So his word is presidential over the side chicks, but he was lying to both of y'all. That's why he managed to get her pregnant, have you, and have the side chick, because he was telling the side chick one thing and telling you another. Like, make it make sense. I don't understand that. I don't want to hear all that cussing and carrying on and profanity. But say to you, boo boo. That's why we got to not listen to what you have to say. We're going to listen to what the side chick has to say, because we already know what goes down when a man's cheating. He's going to tell the side chick one thing, he's going to tell the main chick another, just to keep both of y'all. Why buy the cow when the milk is for free, sis?
we came. So we missed each other. And then on Wednesday, that's why he texted me saying, where am I at? And I let him know I'm back at home. So he must have been back in California. It just wasn't meant to be, clearly.
That part, Dawn.
True. And I guess, so are you saying that, like, how many times, let me ask this question. How many times have you tried, or have he tried, or have you guys made plans on meeting up as of lately? And, was one of them successful? Like, when was the last time you saw him? How about that? Let's start there. When was the last time you saw Bravo?
I haven't seen Bravo since I let him know I was pregnant. Right before I let him know I was pregnant, we had seen each other like a couple days prior to that. I let him know I was gonna have to take a pregnancy test, all the extra stuff. and then I haven't seen him since. Like, the us talking to each other got real scarce once he first found out. We stopped talking, and then once I found out it was a boy, which was around like I was like 4.5 months pregnant. I let him know because I was keeping him up to date still, anyways. I let him know, and that's when he started calling me every other month, trying to say, well, what's what, trying to check on me, trying to meet up with me. But while I was pregnant, I felt I was too vulnerable, especially being in the situation that I was in with this little messy thing. So I didn't really want to meet up with him in person. I just felt like it was too, no, I just wasn't going to do that while I was pregnant. Now I'm not pregnant, so I still don't want to see him, but I'm saying like I don't feel as vulnerable as I did. I don't know, it's just different.
And it makes sense, like anybody who's been around, a pregnant woman going through those changes and going through all different types of feelings and all that kind of stuff. And, I guess there's times 24 hours, 24/7, you're feeling agony and pain. And so you're already dealing with a bunch of emotions and a bunch of different stress that you're trying to avoid. There's no need to take on any extra stress, especially if you're caring for your body and for your baby, right? So I think a lot of people in the chat, even myself, being a father of two, I completely understand why you would want to kind of stay away from anything that might cause you extra stress
While
or
you're
anything like
pregnant,
that,
I get it.
especially when, the signals have already been kind of let off and now you found out about this other chick, and all this different types of dynamics, right? So, it kind of makes sense that you would try to press off of that. Now, when it comes to right now, I do have some questions about that. But, people are saying in the chat that you guys need to run those likes up because we got to get everybody up in this room. You know what I mean? We have about over 337 people listening right now, and we can get a lot more people in here. I should have posted this on Facebook too. But nonetheless, we want to make sure that the truth is heard, or at least her truth is heard. So run those likes up. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm not going to pause the interview. I want to respect everybody's time. So let's continue this. Let's go back into what Sadie had to say. I think I have about 2 more clips of her, and then we'll move right on to the viewers' questions. Okay. The interview is not going to go so much longer. I try to keep the interviews under an hour. I ain't trying to stress me out, not trying to stress you out, and I certainly ain't trying to stress the viewers out. But we want to make sure we hear all the tea. So we're here, so we're gonna make sure we hear.
We never said it wasn't his baby. I'm just saying, like, literally. She like, oh, I don't want nothing from you. I know your situation. She kept the baby a secret from him. Like, ew.
Oh, I saw some facial expressions there.
Oh my gosh, she contradicted herself so much. Like, how am I telling him I don't want nothing from you? I know about the situation, but then I hid the pregnancy and I hid everything. Like, make it make sense. And then you're saying he needs a DNA test and all this stuff, and then you said you never said he wasn't his baby. What? Like, honey, oh, we delusional. I can't even with that one. It just don't make no sense. She don't make no sense.
Thank you, Gwendolyn.
Right? Like, I mean, I kept listening to it too. I was just like, denial sometimes could be a serious thing, right? And allegedly it's his baby, right? Allegedly you haven't been with anybody else, right?
Sure, it's for surely his baby.
Everybody is saying it looks like.
Oh boy, he's been around the circus too long. Bravo. He's doing a Blueface with the now people are sitting up there questioning if that baby is his. Come on. We all seen the picture of that little boy, cute little boy. That boy looked just like Bravo. He's just not as dark as his daddy. Now, that's something I don't think we would even need a DNA test for. And if it came back that it wasn't his, I would be shocked. But come on, stop it. You've been around your boy too long, Blueface. You're starting to pick up traits of Blueface. Come on now, stop it. Everybody can't be a Blueface. There's only one Blueface, Bravo. And you don't look nothing like Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
A twin, I don't know what else to say when it comes to that, right? I mean, I think she might even know at this point, right?
I don't think she knows what else to say. Like, she's just gonna keep talking in the same circles because she's gonna keep listening to the man who keeps putting her in those circles. It's not me, honey. I'm not your problem. It's the man, and I don't even want that man no more. That's your problem, your baggage to carry. Okay, Like, you need to check him. He's the one always calling, asking for some stuff that you should be giving him. Check him. No, don't
What
check
stuff
me. Don't
is
be mad at
that?
me. I'm sorry I didn't cheat on you. He cheated on you. Yo bad.
Damn.
Be a better woman.
Damn. So you saying he still be calling once in a
Right.
while, trying to play some Blues Clues type things, huh?
Oh yes. Oh yes, most definitely. Every time he calls, he brings that up.
Not oh yes.
Every single time he calls, he brings that up.
You should
Like,
be worrying about his
are you not
child.
getting none at home? Like, is she really not doing her job that bad?
Oh no.
man.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
So how did you feel about the whole DNA thing? Like when you hear that word all the time.
I wonder if they live together, because she said that she has been over to his house. And that was like kind of like it seemed like a shocker when that question was asked, over to his house. So I say this because I'm wondering, does Sadie and Bravo live together? If so, he's in violation to the highest captivity. Trust and believe. Sadie, I think you need to leave this dude alone, because the gorilla in the midst,
How do you
in the mister. No, so let me stop.
Feel about that, really?
I would love for him to DNA test the baby. Just go ahead and waste your time getting a DNA test for it to say 100% your baby. 99.99999, whatever it's going to say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Like,
So
I'm not ever going to say not to DNA test my baby when I know for a fact that's your baby. So what I'm
Mhm.
scared of? DNA test the baby.
Go ahead and DNA test it.
What?
Right.
Then you and
That's
Sadie
it.
will probably break
And
up.
we have a
That's it.
viewer here saying, "Good luck to both ladies. This is an unfortunate, but they can absolutely come out on top and get Bravo to be a father, right?" You know, so
I would love
people
for him to be
obviously,
a father.
He's in
yeah, when it
violation.
comes down to all this messiness, everybody wants what's good for the kids, right? What's good for the children, regardless of, what child we be talking about, any child we're talking about. We here and a lot of the viewers want what's
That's
good
the
for
only
the
one
children,
gets
right?
hurt is the
Most of
children,
these people, because
with these
a lot of
selfish
her little
people
people love
cheating.
to yap that mouth talking about babies who are innocent. I'm not ever going to talk about nobody's kid. I'm going to keep talking about you, like I stated in my story. I'm not going to keep sparing y'all. Y'all not going to talk about my son. And I'm not, you think I'm not going to take it there? Like, I'm going
She
to really
says
take
she's
it there
not going to be
behind him. Like,
sparing
I will really
nobody.
press that. Don't play with me about my son. Stop talking that mess about a baby. What type of females are you to talk mess about a baby?
Get in
Really look
line.
at
These
yourself in the
cuckoo
mirror and
birds
ask
do it
yourself.
all the time over here with Chrisean
Calm
Rocks,
down.
baby.
And it is true
Bad.
that you bring that up, because not everybody is talking good on some people. I believe Sadie had thrown shade about, Bravo, I guess, taking care of her child that she has with him and not necessarily yours. And and I think that created a lot of backlash, because people, were wondering why would you say that? I saw somebody in the comment at one point saying that you guys are both beautiful, gorgeous ladies, but unfortunately the way Sadie is coming off with, I guess, her attitude, it's kind of bringing her down on that scale, right? So I mean, I don't think it's right to go after anybody's children. I don't think it makes sense at all. Leave the children out of this. I think this is just, unfortunately, we have to kind of speak about your child today, because it does kind of surround the issue itself and what we're talking about. But nonetheless, that's kind of where we're keeping it, right?
The child
Someone
sufferer.
in the comments,
That's who always
someone in the
suffers, the
comments also
child.
said something about,
Yep.
that baby looking more like Bravo than Bravo looks like Bravo. you
Yeah,
know what
he
I
has
mean?
strong genes.
I wish he looked more like me. I would love to deny my baby daddy.
Sadie, let me tell you something. But no, Sadie's child looks like him too, because that's why I had asked you. Guys probably don't remember, but I couldn't think of his name like I couldn't today. But right, his name is Bravo, but he has strong genes. I'm quite sure all of his kids come out looking like him. There are men in the world that every time they have kids from the women, their genes dominate the woman's genes all the time on every kid that they make, even if it's with a different woman. Their genes are just so strong. He has really strong genes. That little boy looks just like him. Just like, there's no question in my head. And I don't even know neither one of them. That's his kid. He needs to stop it.
I wish he looked more like me. Like,
and I guess you mean that based on the circumstances and everything else that's
yeah.
going on, right? Because some people will chop and screw that part of the clip, and we might just want to clarify what you mean by that, right?
Yeah, based on the circumstances, it's too messy. This is a really messy situation. I'm a really quiet person. I'm really humble, and I stay to myself. You done brought the Taurus out though. Like, It's cool. I'll partake.
Not bringing the Taurus out, you guys. Not bringing the Taurus out. You know, so we're going to go right into the viewers' questions. You know, I think we are kind of coming close to the end of the interview here. You know, so we want to get right into the viewers' questions because, you know, the viewers could have some good questions and they could just straight up be messy. I ain't going to lie to you. You know, so I always say if there's some questions you don't want to answer, just say pass. Sometimes I try to read the questions before I put it up on the screen.
Oh, she going to answer
but
them
I
all.
could be a little bit slow at that at times. So, you know, if we pop something on there that you don't want to answer, just say pass and we'll keep it moving, right? So again, viewers, this is your time to throw up some questions there. If I, you know, don't see much questions, then I'll keep it moving. I do have some more questions of my own that I wish to ask, but I know y'all nosy, and I know you guys have a bunch of questions.
Too nosy.
So let's see here. Keeping Up with the Porter says, has she met Blueface? Does Chrisean know about her?
No, I have not met Blueface, and I don't believe Chrisean knows about me. I really don't think so.
I don't think. Why would she? Come on now.
All right, all right.
That's
And
the art.
somebody says here, and this is, I don't know if this is a troll page or it's an actual woman asking another woman their age on live, but they want to know, you know, because they are saying that you look young. So how old are you? You don't have to answer that.
About
you really
24.
You can give a mid-age, whatever. Who cares?
I don't mind. I'm 27. Yeah,
I gave you a compliment, girl.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. And we have another viewer here that says, I have 2 babies who were conceived during my pregnancy, and they call me mommy. Sadie, you lost your one-up, and when you went evil, instead of saying that's your stepchild, period. That's what they said. So that's more of a statement, but I think a lot of people in the chat could agree with that, right? Somebody's asking again, has she met Chrisean? Y'all gotta listen. She just answered that question.
She said no.
Somebody's like, y'all are asking stupid questions because of the Chrisean thing. But you know, people are gonna ask about Chrisean. It's just what it is. It's
nature of the beast
is what it is. Somebody says here, I wonder if Jaden knew before Sadie and kept it to herself. Damn, that's interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That is interesting. Now we have another viewer here on the screen says, consider child support. Don't be playing with that money, right? Make sure you consider
promise you. She done said it so much, it's stuck in my head. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Right. I'm just saying, you know, everybody deserves an opportunity. In the long run, said and done, that money is the child's money. So the more money for your child is the more blessed that they will be. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Just keep that in mind, right? Now the other person here goes, would you like your son to meet their siblings? Yeah, because there's a lot of things going on in the circus nowadays, and you know, I think a lot of people are always hoping for the siblings at some point to come together, have some fun, and just get to know family. Like in reality, things could be messy, but it don't have to be messy all the time. You know,
that's right.
People can split up, think to not work out, but people can still kind of come around and hopefully make sense out of things that did not make sense, right?
Yes, I would love for him to eventually meet his siblings. He would not be alone though. I will be attending because I just don't trust anybody with my son.
Right. I'm the same
but I would
way.
love that. I would love that. Like before this whole situation, it was no real animosity for me. He actually asked me if we could coincide. And I told him I don't have a problem. But clearly she been had a problem. She been waiting to pick that little scab off, and now we're here. So I don't trust her, not at all. I did hear somebody say she did. She ripped it off actually. But I did hear somebody mention too about her saying something.
Now I guess she's probably mad because she's gonna have to deal with probably Sadie if Sadie is actually with this man for the rest of her life. I allegedly could have swore a couple of months ago she was engaged or whatever to this man. I ain't never heard it come out of his mouth, but I could have swore that allegedly they were saying that she was engaged, or she said it. I can't remember exactly where I heard it from. And so that's why I say allegedly, because that's a responsible thing to say. However, you probably heard it too. Put it in the chat or the comment section of this live if you're on the replay. But baby girl, you've been very respectful and not ratchet up here, but don't act like you the main chick. You were the side chick, and you're giving attitude right now. You're giving a lot of attitude right now.
And last year in regards to like killing, and you know, and I was pregnant at the time. I didn't notice it, but I'm hearing
all
it now.
the time.
So that's how
right.
you talk about kids, honey. I'm worried.
Just to be clear about that, I think you're referring to a time where I think a bunch of people had saw Sadie do a video or was on a live or something like that where she mentioned about unaliving a baby or something to that effect. And you're saying, you know, at that point you were thinking that she was subbing you, right?
When I heard about it, yes.
When you heard about it, okay, all right, cool. So you didn't know about it at the time, but when you heard about it, you're saying it possibly lines up to her knowing about you and kind of throwing that shade at you. When I think a lot of people thought that shade was being thrown at someone else, right? Now, keeping up with the Porter said she's naturally beautiful. If only she could teach Sadie how to be naturally gorgeous as well. That sounds like some shade there, keeping up with the Porter. But she did say thank you. She did say thank you.
Thank you.
You guys run those likes up. What is this here? Sadie laughed at Chrisean, and now those tables have turned. Oh man, not the tables have turned. And I think that's, you know, I ain't gonna lie, that's what got a lot of people interested. I think right now is that, you know, some people were even saying trauma bonding, right? Because I'm not sure how much you know about the, you know, Jaden and Chrisean and Blueface circus situations and all that kind of stuff. But now that this came about, a lot of people are saying that it is possible that, you know, Sadie and Jaden were doing a little bit of trauma bonding. Thoughts?
They probably are.
Thoughts?
They probably are. The situations are very similar, and it seems like they have similar mindsets. So they probably are.
Now, someone asked the question again here: is she now considering child support since Sadie came out? And I think she answered that. Come on, y'all. You got to be listening. The tea is being served, and I know it's a little bit hot, so you don't want to get burnt, but you got to listen up. You know what I mean? We're on a time frame here. We're about to be finished in probably less than 15 minutes, and we want to make sure that we squeeze all the juice out of this, all right? So let's keep this moving here. Someone else here says, facts, karma came for her real sweet. Oh, no. The shade and the pettiness. I don't know. Is it petty, you guys, or is it well-deserved? I don't know. You know, could this situation be cleaned up? Could it get a lot better? Yeah. Let's hope so, right? Somebody else here, TT says, damn, her and Jaden wanted to unalive people's kids. They need Jesus. And that is true. You know, we can agree with that. And somebody else says it was 300, my love. I guess they're answering to somebody about, you know, how much money you potentially received so far, right? Another question, someone says, where did she meet her baby daddy? And I'm gonna let you know right now where she met her baby daddy. She met her baby daddy in the first 25 to 30 minutes of this interview. So if you didn't hear it, you might want to replay it because it's gonna be on there. Don't worry, y'all gonna be able to listen to this after, all right? But did you want to answer that quickly?
Didn't she show that he sent her $200? We seen the $200 Cash App, or maybe there was other payments. I don't know. I only seen a big $200.
Just because I'm just being a smart ass.
I met him on Instagram.
He was in her DM.
So you met him on Instagram, and then y'all went out for some dates, eh?
Yes.
So he'd be on that Instagram finger type thing.
Here's a good question. She be in that phone, so she must know.
Right? Here's a good question. Who slid up in whose DM?
Right.
He slid in my DMs.
Jeez. We just want to make sure that's clear, right? We got to make sure that's clear. It all matters who stood up in whose DMs, I guess, right? Someone says, I love her. She's very pretty and calm. There ain't no need for you to wild out. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I would have loved to have you and Sadie up here at the same time. You know what I mean? I would have never bring you guys into the room at the same time. Not right now, I don't think. But I would have definitely loved to have you both on live. Would you have done it? What about that? If Sadie was here right now, would you have, you know, answered or at least have a live panel discussion with her?
Yeah.
I would have loved her to be there because I want to see what she would have said. I would have loved to hear what she had said. She's always trying to be acting like she's the doctor, Miss Dr. Phil. Now, I would definitely want to hear what she had to say, but she'd probably be ratchet. We don't need her up here because this girl is being pretty ladylike.
She got civilized.
And if not, you know, I might have to press that mute button every so often, right?
Mute because I be tired. She just be talking. It be getting tiring. I was literally sleeping, woke up to this like, girl, you ain't stopped yet. I said I was done.
Right. And who knows if it will ever stop after this interview. You know, it might go on for a little bit more, but, you know, we'll be watching. We'll be reporting. We'll be trying to figure out, you know, what's spilling left, right, and center. Believe me when I tell you that. Now we have another viewer here says, does he ever respond to the pictures? Because I think, you know, I've showed some receipts there, and I'm not sure if the receipts had response. Maybe you can answer that. Is the response on phone calls? Like, what does that look like when we see blank after those photos?
Yes. So he's only hearted, I think, like one picture, but he calls. He calls because he does not want to get caught. He does not want no receipts. Clearly I have all of them, but he calls from no caller ID constantly so that I won't be able to show that I was talking to him or whatever. There's very few times that he actually calls from his regular number.
All right, now here's another good question I thought was
Yeah,
very good. It's coming from
I
the
would
voice
get
of
rid of
reason.
him.
Has Bravo had anything to say about Sadie being shady on social media? And how do you feel? How do you think he's gonna feel about this interview?
Oh,
I
he's
already
gonna
know
be
he's gonna
mad.
be mad. He's called me already a few times in the span of these couple of days because the business is getting put out there. And I told him you should have checked her when she kept throwing little rocks, trying to hide her hand in a glass house. He should have checked her first before trying to check me because I have not said nothing this whole time. I was quiet. But you're not
So,
going to keep saying stuff and think I'm not going to finally respond and give you everything you wanted.
okay, cool. So I hear that. So he's been calling you throughout all this kind of scruffle between the two of y'all, you and Sadie. He's been calling you, trying to calm y'all
Damage
down,
control, trying to
damage
do damage
control.
control.
Did he mention anything about this interview in
Better
particular?
control
Did you
himself.
guys have a conversation about not doing an interview, or has this not gotten to him yet?
This hasn't gotten to him yet.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see here. What's next? Would you get supervised visits with you there? So I guess they're wondering, what the relationship might start to look like.
If he ever actually stepped up, which I would appreciate, just to actually meet his son, not even financially, just to meet your son and build that bond, I would love to do supervised visits and
That's
me
what's
be
up.
there and him be able to spend that time and create that bond with his son. Wow, I would love that.
Sadie
All
wouldn't.
right, that's good, because
Not
I
that it
always
matters.
believe in family preservation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard me say that before, right? So,
Mhm.
and whatever that might look like, identity to me is a very important thing, I think, and it is to a lot of people, right? So, the more a child or anybody can kind of bond with that and get to know their father and mom and siblings and cousins and all this kind of stuff, the better it is. But nonetheless, um, we have family on both sides, so I'm pretty sure your son's getting all the love possible,
Mhm.
right?
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but the identity, all that kind of stuff.
He
Everybody
still
just kind
needs
of
to
wants
know
to
his
see
father.
everything kind of turn out good. We're here for the mess. We are here for the mess, right? But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, I think we want to see
Love
happy
the
endings too.
kids.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody said no color ID, just like Blueface. Somebody else here wants to say, I want to be honest, I never knew Sadie and Bravo was dating for real. Just figured it was a default matchup for outings and appearances. So fake. Oh no. Jeez.
Well, it ain't fake because she ready to go to war behind somebody who is not ready to go to war behind her. But
Pretty much.
I didn't know they was together either. So
Here says, I don't think Sadie is being open on or mature about the situation. We would have never known, right?
never.
Now the thing, let me see here. Give me one more quick second here. Now, one thing I did want to know, right, is
People crack me up with that they would have never known. We don't know these people in the flesh. That's why when people do updates on even CashApp and Blueface or Junior or whatever, we don't see these people in the flesh. And even if we have sources that are close to CashApp and Blueface, we don't know what their position is. We're not around the person that's the source to these people. They could be trying to sabotage Blueface and CashApp, but low key smiling in their face. We gravitate to who we relate to. The vibe is there. You like the way that the format is on their channel, how they the vibration is. Some people like the drama, so they might go to a channel holder or platform where there's nothing but chaos. Some people like the lay back atmosphere and the don't name drop in here. We ain't gonna get messy. We're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna be adults. But at the same time, we still are people that are giving you the information the best of our abilities, and we can only go by what comes out the horse's mouth. Chrisean's mouth, Blueface's mouth, Carlissa, Jaden, Alexis. or if we're doing our due diligence, legal documentation. And sometimes we're not even up to date with that because things are ever changing, you know? So it's allegedly or in our opinions. We just have to sit back and see how the tape plays out. That's all we can do. Time will reveal all. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. There's not no commentary channel or viewer that's an expert in the game. I don't care how good they sound on audio or video or how good they make themselves look. Only one knows this situation is the people that are living it. CashApp is living her life. Blueface is living his life. They only know what's really going on with them. We are not there in the flesh. All of these allegations are just allegedly, or in my opinion. So I don't get how people see these entities, social media entities on social media, and they act like they know them in real life. Talking about we would have never believed that Sadie was even with Bravo. You're not even friends or family to Sadie or Bravo to know he had a side chick. You only know him for a couple of minutes that he might appear or leave a post on his IG page. You don't know that man unless you are one with what is this, his little videos he got on IG playing ball in Blueface's house. You know, he be playing ball in the hallway part of Blueface's house, you know, goofing around. So you think you know him because he's sharing moments with you on videos? Come on, you don't know this man in real life. You don't know what this man could do. He could be a serial killer for all we know.
What are your next steps? You know, so after this drama, who knows when it will end? Who knows if it just got started? But what are your next steps, and what are you hoping to be the outcome?
Honestly, my only hope for the outcome is for him to be a dad.
Step up to the
Other than
plate.
that, I could really care less about this female. It's fun to me. Like I posted in my story, this is really fun to me. My son is actually crying. I'm about to have to go out
I
there.
have no
But
idea.
it's just fun to me because
Brittany, I have no idea. When I brought up that update, that was not for me to take a side of me believing whether he was in CPS or not. I was just trying to give an example of what I already said was to come. I was showing my community. Didn't I tell you all people were going to start soon as they couldn't report on CashApp or Blueface no more because they're both locked up? Now CPS is going to come into play. That's the reason why I brought that up. Other than that, I don't believe it, in my opinion. It wasn't a video that I did believe it. I just want to let you all know the mess that has already been created, the little time that CashApp's been locked up.
Because she ain't got nothing better to do with her time when she
I don't
should be
believe
worried
that. I
about
gotta see some
her
paperwork.
baby daddy.
And people
Is it
can
okay if I go get my
falsify
son?
that too.
Yeah,
It's
that's
literally
fine, of
perfect.
course. Yeah,
Okay.
no, of course. That's cool.
You ain't gotta ask to go get your
All
son,
right, you
girl. You
guys. So
crying.
you heard it here, right? We've been dishing the tea for about 56 minutes. I do have a couple of questions. I want to know if she has any final words for Sadie, what she would say, for Bravo, what she would say, and for the viewers listening and watching. So, you know, hold on tight. We got some more things that we want to go into here. While she has us on hold. Oh, look, the baby's coming. Look at that.
Look at the booba bear.
Okay.
She might not show him, but I seen him when
All
she came
right,
through the
and you're
door.
back.
Yes.
Give me
Sitting on my
one
hair.
quick second. I wanted to bring back up that photo for everybody.
Healthy looking baby.
Just so we have it while we're chatting here quickly. Just one moment. I'm just bringing something up here. So we'll be done shortly because I know you are busy and the baby needs your attention. So we want to respect that. So we will be done shortly, okay? I did want to ask though, right? Now, when it comes to Sadie right now, you know, did you have a message for her? If you had one thing to say to her right now, what would it be and why?
Get yourself together. Don't be crashing out online over me, baby.
Ooh.
Worry about your man and your home life since you love to talk about them so much.
Together.
That's all I got to say.
You know, and I think that's probably one of the realest messages that you could have probably said just now. You know what I mean?
Get yourself together.
So good advice. Good advice. You know, hopefully it's taken right now. What about Bravo? Any message for Bravo? If you had a message for him right now, what would it be?
Bravo, he just needs to stop lying and playing both sides, and he needs to step up as a dad. That's it. He could do better.
I don't know.
True enough, true enough. Now, somebody here says she will absolutely be blessed with a loving father for her son and a husband to love her like no other. So you're going to accept that. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to receive that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you deserve nothing more than just that, right? So whichever way that comes, and you're certain it's not coming with that one there on the screen, but you know, the blessings are there and people are putting the blessings out there for you, right? Somebody here wanted to ask her quickly, how many baby mamas does he have and does she communicate with? I think you said he had 3 before you, so I think you would be the 4th. Am I right? Or
yes, 4th child, 4th baby mama. And no, I don't know any of the other baby mamas except for the bitter one.
just a bitter baby mama? Isn't that interesting?
Brittany,
So there's
Anna
there's 3 baby moms, but only this.
Brittany, who's Anna Cop? Because I tried to look that up. Who's Anna Cop? Is that a channel holder? I'm not getting into that CPS thing again. I just want to let y'all know that every time I call something out, it comes to the light. That's called being very observant, doing your straight due diligence. That's why you got to listen and read between the lines of everything that you watch. Don't be quick to upload somebody's video and slap it on your channel. If you're a true commentary channel, you put in the work. If you can't find no evidence to support the claims, you say allegedly or in my opinion. But my point of what I brought up about the CPS was to let y'all know I already called out what was going to happen soon as it got dry out here in these streets, social media streets. But no, people will say anything because that's how deep rooted the hate is for Chrisean Rock, and I can't figure this out. It's scary. It really is. I can only imagine what people think about me and don't know me, how they feel about me, how far they would go with me if they was in my business. But I don't put my business online. Not to that point of people in your business because we know they're going to stay in your business. If you put people in your business, they're going to stay in your business.
Particular one is stepping out of the box, right?
Yeah, she said I wanted to be known, but I really feel like she wanted to make herself known. Girl,
you feel me?
Well, you're definitely both going to be spoken about and both going to be known here a bit now, right? So speaking about known, I kind of wanted to ask you something now. Are you like what are you working on besides all this mess
and
all this drama? Now I do have on the bottom left-hand corner there, not right now. Give me one quick second. I do want to put it back up here while I talk about it. Give me 1 second here. I'm clicking all these things. Just one moment. So I do want to put it back up here. On the left-hand side there, that is the Instagram handle. I spelled everything right there. Am I right? Everything's right there, right? So that's your Instagram handle. For anybody that's missed out the stories, that's missed out, the live plays back and forth and all the, I don't know if you're subbing, because I think you're pretty direct in a way if we were talking about, or maybe it's going to be considered subbing because there's no name. I don't know. But if y'all want to see all the mess live as it goes down, that's definitely the Instagram. Now, what else are you working on? Are you working on other things besides, having a baby and probably being a full-time mom?
Of course, definitely that. It's hard to even do anything other than that, but I love it. But I'm working on music. I've been doing music all of my life pretty.
Yeah, we're going to end that right there. I just want to show you something really quickly while we're here. Please, I urge you to please go and subscribe to Blue Rock TV. I love this man's IG page and his YouTube channel. I'm so glad that he is doing commentary videos and interviews on his T page. I love watching his interviews. He's another one like Hennessy Review. I listen to it from the beginning to end. And if I get really busy and I can't like stay focused because I got things I'm doing around me, I make sure that I go back and receive the information. They, put out good content. It's not about that. It's about what Chrisean symbolizes. She symbolizes something really wrong in America. Oh, God. And the name is Hope. It says she is another channel holder, and she just kept saying Wack 100 said this and that Chrisean Rock is getting 16. Oh my God. And thank you for bringing that up, Brittany. But I watch your videos every day and you haven't said it for a fact yet. Right. But that's what I want to say to you. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Brittany. And another thing, and I got enough of you in here so that you guys can relay the message or also receive the message so you know my position in all this. CashApp is gone for now. She's gonna be out soon. And so is Blueface. But when people don't have nothing to talk about, they like to, hey main A, they like to plant seeds. I've been seeing video titles with Chrisean is facing or doing a 16-year sentence. I saw a title like that, Brittany. That's why I'm glad you brought it up. I didn't even want to bring that up because I know people will be like, ain't no way you see no title. Somebody saying it's 16 years, 16 years. I did see a title that said exactly 16 years on the title. And I seen titles of different time, different sentences. And it's like, go after those people because they're letting you know that the content for them is drying up. Because, see, I'm a content creator. I put up some stuff that interests me. I'll do a quick update on CashApp and be quick to put up something on somebody else in a minute. I just haven't done it because I just haven't been up to it. But when I get good and ready to put maybe an update, like say on Cardi B or maybe Queen Up, who knows, or Nature Boy, somebody that did content from the past, I'll do my little update on CashApp. Keep it real with you. It ain't much to update, and then get right on to my content, other content. Because if you're consistently doing other content from A to Z, you're gonna start getting traction from it. People are afraid to move. You gotta make this different. Make it different by showing credit to other T pages that are covering CashApp and Blueface. They might know him personally or have sources that are reliable that check out receipts that they can support these claims and show them homogen like I'm doing. I do commentary videos sharing this with my community, what they're saying. Reliable commentary channels. I'm not just gonna put anybody up there. Now I'll put a commentary channel up there that's being messy, but you're gonna leave off this live learning something from it. And that's this is the channel you ain't trying to follow, because this is how the mess keeps being where it's at. It's gonna stay that way with messy people like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm being messy. I'm trying to bring awareness to the community. The sun will come out again. CashApp will rise again to the occasion. Hopefully, she picks and chooses her conversations on social media and how she moves in life. And focuses more on Junior. I hope this is a open reality to her, that she needs to focus more on Junior and herself. Blueface is a grown man. He gonna be okay. You're cool. Keep doing it. Thank you, Cyrus. Says it's crazy how many people hate on Chrisean and they don't even know her. And I don't get why they're doing it, because the people that are hating on her, they're eating off her, right? Right, misbehaving 831. They eat everybody. The haters are eating off of her, which baffles me. The supporters are eating off of her. I mean, well, the viewers that view the channel, or the supporters and the fans, they're not eating off of her. But I'm saying the people who are the messengers that are supposed to be so-called the responsible messengers, they're eating off of her. So it's really sad that we have to go there with that. But that's just where we have, evolved to. People are sometimes enslaved in the mind, especially in this culture. My culture. I'm speaking for my culture. I don't know what nationalities you guys are, but I'm African American. I'm mixed, but I like to refer to myself as African American. And we're the only culture, I feel, in my opinion, and that's no to throw no salt. If the shoe fits, wear it. That we're all like crabs in a barrel. Instead of us uplifting each other, we're always trying to drag each other down. Now, even with the CPS situation that I brought up, that I just spoke on, I didn't say that I believed it. I don't believe it. If you want to ask me a question, ask me the question. Don't assume that I believed it because I presented the information. It's like the crabs in the barrel mentality. Because I brought up something that nobody wants to touch on, which is CPS, they want to lie on me or lie on my name when it clearly says, this is what I want to show you that I knew was going to come once Chrisean was in custody. Because if she wasn't going to clear up her legal obligations on her own, it was a matter of time before she got her locked up. And the worst way to clear up your warrants is to get locked up on another charge. That is not a good look. You're supposed to go in on your own recognizance and clear that up, because that shows the courts that you're being responsible and that you're not playing in their face, the court's face. But listen, I don't want this live to get too long. I will be going live at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be in 5 hours. I will be going back live in 5 hours. So I have some editing I need to do so I can get myself prepared for 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in 5 hours. It's 2:03 here. Put the time where you guys are at now. Let's put that in there so I know. It's 2:03 here a.m. So in 5 hours, I will be back on here. So I have to get off so I can edit my edits and do all of what I have to do. So I'm, ready for you guys when I get off this live. So I'm gonna ask you guys to hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit the like, or dislikes are welcome, but hit something. If you didn't like the commentary today, then boo-boo. Put a dislike. I'm grown. I'll be okay. I'll live. The girl loves that guy. Probably so. I don't know. I ain't been following him that long. It says, okay, I'll be there. It's 11 a.m. Okay, Cyrus.